Yeah, I'm not going to be here long. I'm not doing this. This wasn't the plan. I'm not. This pissed me off. I wasn't ending it. It kept kicking me off. It was like, oh, the connection has ended, and I wanted to do that with you guys, so I just won't do anything tonight. We'll stick around for a little bit. That really upsets me. I was trying to do it because you guys wanted to. So I know it's not my fault. But the thing is, everything else is working. This isn't laggy. I don't know why that wouldn't. So hang on a second. Let me get my beverage. It did that the last time I tried to play. Murky can tell you I was trying to play and everything seemed fine. Yeah, I saw you put that up there. That really makes me mad. I don't know why. Let me test my. Go to my settings and. I've done it before. I did it at the old house for hours on end. So I don't know what's going on. We'll stick around for a little bit and see who shows up. Maybe you guys, maybe I'll just put a thing like donate to Super Chat so Mike can afford to not shit internet. Let's do. Hang on a second. I'll make a banner. Watch this. Banner. Edit. Let's see. There you go. Scroll it across the bottom. Donate so I can. Hang on, I didn't have anything to. I don't even know where my gong is. This sucks. Thank you, Aiden. This sucks because I was looking forward to this. I've been sick all week, guys. Literally, I'm not gonna lie to you. I told Jared this. This is no joke. So Monday all day, I didn't feel good. Everything I ate gave me heartburn. Monday night, I started having like stomach cramps and stuff like that all day. No, all night. Monday night, I had like explosive bowel evacuations. Let's say it that way. I had diarrhea so bad. And then Tuesday, I was supposed to take my daughter to the ice rink, and it's like 40 miles. And I'm like, I don't know, babe. I don't know how that's. My neighbor's got his remote control car. I was like, babe, I don't know how that's going to work. I'll try. We were supposed to go. I tried to get her in a car, and I was like, I don't think this is going to work, babe. My stomach, like I had the runs super bad, like the worst I've had in years, and got ready to get in the car. And I'm like, hang on a second. I ran back in, and then I came out, and I'm like, okay, let's go. I didn't even make it to the first signal. I didn't even make it to the freeway. I had to whip a illegal U-turn at a red light and rip back here to the house, and still didn't make it. Like I was washing underwear and jeans in the sink. So saying this, there's some phrases that you don't want to hear yourself utter as an adult. And one of them that I wish I could honestly say I have not said in a very long time is, I just shit my pants. There is a strain of the norovirus that's going around. And so, yeah, my doctor's pretty sure I caught that. This is not the live feed I wanted to do. Packing an eBay order currently, Aiden. Yeah, what'd you sell, Rubicon? Guys, that sucks. I really wanted to play that game. Full review. The final review of this knife went up. Is Jared still live? Does anybody know? Man, I'm going to take, if you give me a second, I'm going to go into my studio app here and delete both those live feeds. I don't want anyone to have to fucking see them. Dashboard. Videos. Who else here? Yeah, Jared's still live. Edit. I couldn't get past 12 minutes of streaming. Let's see here. Delete from YouTube. Delete from YouTube. Delete from YouTube. Man, that thing is so fast. Guys, the man, it looked like it was clear, like from the screenshot. He has Spirited Whiskey on now, then seems logical. Oh, he's gonna be on there for a while. I doubt if we're, this is probably one of those live feeds. I'm just gonna end it. This isn't what I wanted to do. And it's gonna come through and I'm gonna be pissed for the entire thing. And it's not you guys' fault. It's just, this is absolutely not what tonight's live feed was supposed to be. So I don't know how long I'm gonna stick around for this. I don't gamer rage. I don't get upset. And I've got that character pretty leveled up. I didn't realize that the way they changed this, it's the level areas on that game used to be locked. So if you wound up somewhere, you would wind up with characters that were either way above your power level or way below, like depending on where you're at the time. So if you went to an area of the game early on, that area would be locked at a lower level. And then it really wasn't all that much fun from time to time, because you go back to areas and to complete like side tasks that had been assigned at the beginning of the game. You're like, wow, it's just so easy. They got rid of that. So it's based on your character. Yes, you will go to level areas where the characters there are way stronger than yours, but Rubicon, there's a email address in every one of my videos. Probably not in this one because I'm doing it from here, from this. So, that really makes me upset. And I upgraded my internet. I don't know why. I got to talk to them about that. About the they need to come out and take a look at it. I'm not putting up with that. For what I pay for internet, I shouldn't have to put up. I upgraded my internet. I pay a lot for my internet because I do YouTube basically for a living now. I got to have a stable internet connection, and I'm paying a lot of money, and they're not coming through. And I'm that guy that'll be like, yeah, guess what? Well, you've always been good in the past, but fuck you. I'm going to a different company. I had Cox before. Is it raining? No, it's not raining. You hear a fan in the background, and my neighbor's running a remote control car. The router is brand new. Like that router came out of the box when the guy hooked up the house. It was still had the plastic on it. So I don't think it's the router. Yes. But that's what I got. I have a secondary, but the problem is I have to plug it in the same way that I plug that in. So basically I'd have to plug in my Apple, I forget what it is. I have an Apple router, Wi-Fi router as well. But I mean, you can't I have AT&T, that's what you get. And it's on a phone line. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about what the equipment is because I can't change it anyway because I've got AT&T. I can't put a different router in. I need to fucking get a different company. That really makes me mad. And here's the thing. I've streamed on everything else. stream on here. I stream on my phone. Why can't I stream on there? Yeah, I understand that. But the problem is the only way I'd be able to do it, like I've talked to my buddy and he goes, yeah, but the only way you can do it is because I would have to run a LAN cable to the Apple router. I would get interference from the AT&T router. And everything else works just fine. I don't think it's my internet. I really don't think it's my internet. I think it's my PlayStation. I think there's something wrong with the modem in my PlayStation because everything else works. It fluctuates a little bit here and there. Everything else works except for that. And I set the bandwidth and everything on that really low. So, are you okay? Yeah, I just don't have a lot of energy because I've been shitting my guts out since Monday. Today was the first time I ate anything since Monday. You know, that whole thing, like, maybe if I don't eat, maybe I won't crap. It's not true. It's not true. Somehow you will still generate shit. Let's see here. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I can't bring a LAN cable all the way down here. There's no, it's not like we use, I don't have a cable router anymore. I basically have a DSL line. So, God, I hope they bring, if they get fiber out here, that would be great. Yeah, I did that all day for 2 days. Like at one point, I felt something. I was like, was that solid? Was that solid? I was like, no. You can stick with an Xbox, Jeremy, if you want that retarded control. I hate that controller. I hate that. I hate the Xbox controller. I had an Xbox. I gave it to Goodwill. It's not overheating. It's not hot at all. There's no heat coming out of that thing. Here's the thing. If it gets to the point that I'm going to have to take it apart and put new thermal paste and shit in it, I'll just buy a new one. I mean, seriously, I'll buy a PS5 one as soon as if they ever become available. I don't know what the hell's going on with those. I have an extender directly above the garage. I have web extenders all over the house. I'm telling you, it has nothing to do with it because this is fine. I'm literally touching my PS4. So if there was an issue with the Wi-Fi for this, there would be an issue with the Wi-Fi for this. So I don't want to talk about it. It's just gonna piss me off, and then it turns into a bad live feed. Let's talk about something else. I'll turn that off because I don't even want to fucking look at it right now. It's just pissing me off. I'd much rather talk about a different topic than the fact that live feed didn't work. I really had, it was working fine. I tested my feed on Twitch to see if it was working, and it was working fine. I ran it for like 15 or 20 minutes. Why do you need to contact Mr. Mackey? Murky. What's going on? Do you need his phone number again? He's an older guy, I think. He might be a little behind. Oh. There we go. Pop a second beer. I haven't finished the first one yet. Oh, this is going to need sharpened soon. I did the final. If you guys are paying members, you already saw it go up. I did the full review of this knife today. Jared gonna come on here and brag about how many fucking viewers he's got? We're like 1,000, we're like 2,000 new members every day. How about you blow it out your booty hole? No, I'm joking. I'm glad. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I just got to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I don't know. I do not know. I have yet to figure that out. I mean, but my numbers have been going up. Let me see. Pardon me. Let's see here. Let's see if, let me look here. Channel dashboard. Let me see. I haven't been getting near as many. So mine comes in little spurts. Like I haven't gotten no new subscribers today at all. But yesterday I got like 20. So it jumps up in little spurts. And like I got 3,500 views in the last 48 hours. Live view count. I jumped from 5847 to 5867 in 2 days. That's a significant jump for a channel that's like less than 6,000. I just want to figure out where I hit that tipping point. It still plays everything fine. I'm telling you, I can't figure out what's wrong with that thing. I would rather not talk about it anymore. You guys want to hear what I was, remember I was talking about? I don't know who the first was. I knew the first one I saw was, I think the first YouTube knife reviewer I saw was, I think it was Apostle P. Ed asked random question, who was the first knife reviewer on YouTube? I think it was Apostle P, the first one I saw. And I really didn't like his content all that much. I was looking more at like what he was using for sharpening. Didn't like his content. And then I saw Cutlery Lover. I saw Cutlery Lover, and he was like, I was like, that's a good channel. I enjoyed that. You're part of the TLA crew, 3-letter acronyms. That dude was a reserve Air Force colonel. He used way too many 3-letter acronyms. I'm an actual fucking combat vet, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't use as many 3-letter acronyms as that dude does. He plays tactical. He's one of them tactical. He's one of them tactical cats. Was a blade? What has been the one blade that you made? You said, fuck it, and try to. Oh, what was the guys? I can't read. I'm a dumb hillbilly. What has been the one blade that you made that made you say F it and not try because it was either too hard to sharpen or it just gave you fits? Nothing. I have never given up on sharpening a knife. One of the hardest knives I ever sharpened was a Paul Lu, the big folding Tonto with the Scandi grind. I did that. I sharpened that all the way up to 10,000 grit. I did a super deep. No, I didn't say fuck it. I still sharpened it. And I've sharpened Maximet since then. I just don't offer it as a service. Let's see. As far as blade shape, yeah, blade shape, I'd have to say the hardest one I ever sharpened was a knife that came in from Olamic Enforcement. David sent me a Gavco super deep recurve Tonto that was a chisel grind, and it was mirror polished everywhere except the very edge. And I did that, and it took me that took a while. I had to, as a matter of fact, I had to get creative on what I used in the recurve. I actually used, hang on a second. Let me look. Gavco. Gavco knives. So let me see if I can find it and pull it up and show you. Super deep recurve on the back, and then it was a recurve Tonto, but I mean it was a deep recurve. Like even a 1/2 inch stone was too wide. I actually had to get a ceramic rod. I borrowed a couple ceramic rods actually to do that knife. Let's see, Gavco knives. Let's go back. Gavco recurve. Gavco recurve knives. Let's see here. Images. Let me see if I can find it. Not the tiger. Here it is. It was. All right, you guys ready to see this? Let's pull this thing up. It was this knife. Let me see here. StreamYard. I'll pull it up. I don't think it was this is the one. This is the one, and we'll see if I can share the screen. Chrome tab, Gavco knives. It was a thresher. It was this with that super deep recurve. Can you see that? I sharpened one of those, but it was way more polished. It wasn't this exact one. It was really polished, and it didn't have as much scalloping on the back. Rough estimate on how long it took. It's really forward edge. Well, because the whole thing is, so you see how it has that line? I had to keep that line exactly lined up. Okay, let me go in. I don't know if when I do this, can you guys tell me if you guys can see? Can you guys see my cursor? Can you guys see my cursor when I do that? Because I don't know. I can't see it because I have to be on that page. But can you see where? That's not going to work. Can you guys see my cursor move around on that screen? Yeah. Okay. So here, I'll do that for you. Okay. So you see how there's a line here and they match? It was not so heavily scalloped, but it definitely had that same, what do you want to call it? It had that same thing here. So that meant that I had to do this and this evenly. I couldn't take any more material here than I did here because I had to maintain that line across. So to do that line all the way across, I had to take even amounts of material off. And so it was a matter of forward and back and forward and back and forward and back and forward and back. Because typically, because my waistband is this, typically on one of these, I have to kind of do the same thing where I got to match this side, but that's easy because it's not like it has to line up with anything else. If I take off more material in the recurve, as long as both sides are even, it really doesn't matter. But if you're up here and you're doing it, then you're getting down in here. So you still want it to marry up in about the same area. But on something like this, it's not such a big deal because the only part you have to worry about is the actual edge marrying up. On that knife, there's a line where you can definitely see if you've gotten them out of alignment because you want to make that line marry up with the line that's on that swedge and spine. And it's just, is there a specific purpose for a funky grind like that? Yeah, there really is. Mike likes them. Mike's a weirdo. Mike Gavick likes weird shaped knives. He just likes that. And so the guy that I sharpened one of these for, I forget sometimes, and I have a recurve on a recurve. LOL. That's Mike's thing. Now a recurves are handy. I love recurves because I can sharpen them like this. I've seen a lot of people that would take something like this and then it would wind up, they would basically just, that edge would be like really thick right here on that instead of actually following it, because they try to use a stone that's too wide. And what they wind up doing is dropping that and basically they flatten it out. And I've seen people do that on, I can't tell you, nothing makes me more upset than when somebody's like, oh, well, can you touch up? Can you fix the thing on my knife? I have a Norseman and I sharpened it myself. And I was like, I'm not happy with it. And then it comes, and let's get rid of that. Stop sharing screen. And they've taken that forward edge, that forward tip, and just completely rounded it over. They're like, well, it just doesn't look the same and it doesn't cut. I'm like, yeah, because you absolutely should not have sharpened that yourself. And you definitely should not have done it on a fixtured system. There's a reason that John had me shoot a video. He asked me to shoot a video about sharpening this. This thing, are you talking about this? Are you talking about the Gavco? This thing is possibly one of the most useful knives I have owned. It comes in so handy. I use this for freaking everything. Like I'm wearing sweatpants and it's in my pocket, and it's in my waistband. Oh, the Gavco. Yeah, that's more of an art knife. That's not something. Oh, guys, did I tell you we're at 41 paying members? And then I have something else that I'm going to give away to you guys. So I don't know if I'm going to do this as a flash giveaway or something like that. I'm probably just going to do this as a monthly giveaway to the paying members. So Ryan over at, now this is the new Kpl Ultra Light, and I'm testing it for him and I'm going to do a video about it. Yeah, 9 more people and we get to give away those rare cold steels. But when he sent me the Ultra Light, he sent me the heavy and the regular. And so what I'm going to do is, since these are a kit, I'm going to give these away because I have 2 brand new bottles here. So I have 2 of these. I have these even brand new, haven't been opened. I have 2 brand new bottles in my caddy, and I have 2 bottles in the house that I haven't even opened yet. So right now, I have 6 bottles of this, which is more than most people will ever need in a fucking lifetime. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give these 2 bottles away to you guys. So yeah, 9 more people, Aiden, 9 more people. So just to remind anybody that doesn't know, this is going to go to Snuzz. I have not seen his response email back to me. Snuzz, if you're here, I sent you an email about the thing, but I have a triple action and a triple action Tonto. I have 2 triple action Tontos, and I'm going to be giving both of these away. So whoever is number 50, I'm going to just put these in a box, and I'm going to shake it around, and I'm going to pick. No, I would not shave my mustache off with a knife for a $20 donation. It's not enough. I look goofy as shit without my mustache. At any rate, what I was saying is, so I'm just going to pick, I'm going to put these in a box and I'm going to shuffle them around, and then I'm going to just grab one out. So whoever is number 50 gets one, and then the other 49 people get entered into the giveaway for the other one. These things are going for about $200 each. I've seen some of the other ones for like $300, but I don't. No, I'm not shaving my mustache off, Steve. I'm not gonna shave my mustache off. I look like a Muppet. Like when I trimmed this down from having the full beard, I literally get carded for beer, because in California, they have a rule that if you don't look at least 40, they're not allowed to sell you beer without showing their ID. Only one of them is serrated. Aiden, only one of them is. And so when I had just shaved this all off, the lady at the store was like, "I gotta see an ID," and I was like, "Are you shitting me?" She's like, it's the rule. My boss is here. He's like, we card anybody that doesn't look like they're 40 or 45. And she's like, you don't look like you're 40. So, and I was like, I'm almost 50. I'm closer to 50 than I am to 40. And she's like, no, you're not. I showed her my ID. She was like, I see her doing some math. And she's like, wow, yeah. Yeah, I have 2 Tontos. Triple action Tonto, triple action serrated, plain, triple action Tonto plain, triple action Tonto serrated. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. I definitely didn't want to drop that on my fucking laptop. And then I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. Double-edged spear point, which I'm pretty sure Snuzz wants this one. And then that's... And then this month... Well, I mean, you don't get to pick. You get what you get if you win. And then the main giveaway, even if we... I mean, I'm giving this away even if we don't hit 50 this month, is that Cold Steel Paradox. This is not a bad knife. It's just the action on it is it's not. It looks like a Bally, but it's not. It's basically 2 friction folders. It even has that, like, you know how a friction folder has that 1, 2, 1, 2. That's what this has. I will even sharpen this before I send it out because it does have a spot where whoa, Rubicon, what's going on? Holy crap. I can't see what membership level you reached at. So for giveaways, for those knives, it's let me recognize that. Rubicon just joined. Just so you know, if you join the make it 8 now. Nice. So we had Ryan R, Average Joe, and Rubicon. Rubicon is premium. Okay, so yeah, premium and baseline get in on all the giveaways. The giveaway I was talking about, if we hit 50, I'm going to do it for everyone because it's only fair because everyone that was already a member helped me get to that point. So, but this is going to the premium and baseline tier members on October 1st, I think. The next thing I'm going to give away, so October's giveaway that I'm going to announce October 1st is going to be this bad boy. And yes, I will try to touch the edge up on this. I can't promise I'm going to give it like a full on like 10,000 grit edge, but I definitely will fix the fact that whoever, I can't remember who sent this to the channel and then told me just to keep it. They had obviously tried to sharpen it a little bit, and there's definitely a burr on that. But this is the, I don't think you can get this anymore. This is the SOG Pentagon Elite 2. It is smooth. It's not near as heavy as you would think. I'm not a fan of that. That's where the thumb stud goes in. But I mean, it's not like there's not enough handle that you can't get back further and not get into that because it's master. Can you ship swords? Can you ship swords on FedEx? Yes. Yes, you can. I got to find Rubicon. There we go. Take that down. It's 8 now. 8. Wouldn't it be cool to get to 50? So we hit 50, and that's the goal, is that I'm going to give those things away. If we hit 100, I'm going to buy something for you guys as a giveaway, like with my own fucking money. Actually, I kind of already did. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. This is probably going to wind up going to you guys because I have nerve damage in my hands. And so I'm 100% sure I'm going to wind up dropping this and shattering that ceramic blade. So this is a 100% ceramic blade in titanium scales. I won't sharpen a sword. I'll send it right back to you. I don't have the stuff to do it. I used to have the table and the stones, and I used to do it. And I charged $700 a sword to sharpen a Japanese samurai sword. And I don't do it anymore. because it's too much of a liability. It takes too long, take hours and hours and hours. Even at $700 a sword, I was not making anything when you looked at how many hours were into it. And I would get done and I just couldn't use my hands for a day or so. So, Steve, do I like the ProTech? I do not like many of the ProTechs. I saw one that Somni, this was not what was planned. Somni, this was to be, I was just talking about that ProTech you had. That was the USN the gathering exclusive. That's the only ProTech I've seen in a long time that I would even want to see. You can feel free to send that along when you send my knife back, if you want, just so I can see it for review. So, sharpening sword. You don't actually sharpen a Japanese sword. It's called polishing, but you do you basically reestablish that full convex. And I've done it a couple times. Guys that I was going to class with here in the States just didn't have access to a sword polisher. And I did it for them. I wasn't great at it, but it was definitely better than trying to do it with sandpaper and stuff like that. So yeah, it looks like it. Oh, that thing is fire. There's that big mosquito that's just been chewing the shit. I couldn't figure out. I wonder if I can hit him with a. Hang on a second. I gotta kill this mosquito because he's just been chewing the shit out of me. Hang on. Yep. That did it. Oh, yeah, he's just full of blood, too. All the ProTechs are really hard. I just don't like ProTechs all that much. Okay. So I'm sure that if any of you guys were in Jared's feed and I was talking about Greg Medford, I have some off. I have mosquito coil that I lit. So Medford did this whole thing, I guess, talking about Microtech selling out and going to China and things like that. Do you want my take on that? Do you guys want to hear it? Because I don't give a fuck if Medford's short little ass gets mad, because it's true. He's fine until something happens and it looks like somebody's making more money than him. And then he gets all racist and starts fucking busting on Chinese manufacturing. And he does it. Like, I don't care if you don't like Chinese manufacturing, that's fine. I have stuff made in China. That's fine. You don't have to like Chinese manufacturing. You don't have to be racist about it. And Medford is a racist, angry little fuck. So, and the whole thing is that's not going to play well with me if it starts at Blade Show West because he's right across from us. My wife's Asian, and he starts pulling that Asian hate thing. It's going to be ugly. But the fact is, do you know why Medford gets so mad and goes on these tirades? It's because he has yet to have a design that's in enough demand that he needs to go offshore. It's true. His knives are not in. He actually has manufacturing capability left over enough to make other people's knives because he can't latch a design that becomes so highly demanded that he can't keep up. Now, if you want to try and tell me I'm wrong, then sure, I'll be willing to listen to anyone's take on that. But that's my take on it. He's pissy. He doesn't know it. He doesn't know how to express it any other way other than to get angry and get pissy and put up videos to defend half of his customer base. And it's because he doesn't have a design that's in that high of a demand. Hey, I mean, I get it. It's fine. Like, if he's making stuff for other people and he's finding a way to hustle, that's great. But don't go and bash somebody else's business practices. If you don't want to use overseas manufacturing, then don't. Good on you. That's great. I was so happy that TRM knife. I was so happy that I had an American-made knife. I was so happy that I finally got that TRM Shadow is an American-made knife that I was willing to sing its praises from the highest trees. But who am I to bash another company for having stuff made in Hong Kong? But here's the thing. I don't ever hear anyone say anything about having things made anywhere else. It's always buy American, buy American, buy American, but it's really not. It's don't buy Chinese, because people buy stuff that's made in Italy. People buy stuff that's made in Germany. Yeah, Tony's a good dude. It's just that whole going on those rants. I know that people watch them and they're like, ah, look, Greg's going nuts again. I watch it and I'm like, that's a dude that can't figure out how to get his business to a point where he needs help manufacturing. So he gets mad and takes it out on companies that are doing well. You can't get a SOCOM Delta. Try to get one. My buddy has one. He bought it and had someone offer him 3 times what he paid for it. He goes, no, I like this knife. I'm keeping it. Find a design that people latch onto instead of bashing other companies. Why don't you look at what you're doing wrong before you look at what somebody else is doing wrong? And I'm guilty of saying things about things that people are doing, but I don't do it in the fashion he does. I kind of keep it to myself. So, I mean, I got news for you, Greg. Stop making stuff out. You don't want to support Chinese economy. Don't make knives out of titanium. You don't want to support the Russian economy. Don't make knives out of titanium. Guess what? 90% of the titanium in the world, closer to 95% of it, is mined in southern Russia and China. You don't want to support China? Don't buy anything that has a lithium-ion battery in it. 95% of those rare earth elements that are used for making those phones. And that's where I'm like, oh, well, I can't do that, but I can do this. But you know what? Regardless of where the titanium was rolled out and you bought it from, you might have bought it from a U.S. distributor, but they bought it from China. I mean, Boeing's American-made stuff. 90% of that, all that stuff, the magnesium parts that are made for the wings inside the rotors of a jet, they're made in China and assembled here. So, I mean, if you want to get bent, like, that's fine. You don't have to be racist about it. But the fact is, it's just 100%. He's got this little short man syndrome because he's not a very big guy. And he just wants to shit on people that are doing well because he's jealous. He's jealous that he cannot get a design that sells so fast that he can't keep up, or that he can keep up with designs. And like I said, if he could, he wouldn't be making all of Strider's stuff for him. I've never thrown shade on someone to make myself shine. It's not fair. I got to take a piss and grab another beer, guys. I'll be right back. Don't crap on someone else. Yeah, it's exactly. Don't crap in someone else's sandbox just to make yourself look better. Looks like a 6-year-old on a tantrum. Trust me. Here's the thing. I paid a lot for my Microtechs, but guess what? Somni will tell you this. I paid a lot for my Microtechs, and they're stellar. If you get one of the customs, they're fucking sick. They are sick. Tony does such good work, and his designs are ones that everyone seems to like. The DOC. Yeah, I have had so many people. Hang on. I had my snacks and knives set up. We were gonna talk about knives while we were watching video games. Do you know how much I've had people offer me $800-900 for my DOC? You can't get it. There weren't that many of them. I have one of the fucking old original ones. Tony's mirror polishes are sick. But yet you're going to fault somebody that's doing well. mine, everybody wants the Sith Lord. That's why, because mine even has the, everybody wants the Sith Lord DOC with the Vader. Jared's on his way. All right, you guys keep him entertained. I'll be right back. I'm going to go here. That's what we'll do. We'll put up the, I don't know. Yeah, I got to, Jared's ending now. Hi, Lindy. No, it's okay. Well, I'm going to go take a leak and grab a beer. Let everybody know. I'll be right back. The gaming thing went out the window. My PlayStation just wouldn't stay connected. I'll be right back. There we go. Sorry about that. I had to pee. So where the hell is Jared? This isn't Jared's channel. What do you mean, Maurice? This isn't Jared's channel. Wow. Yeah, there's a bunch of y'all here. Well, here's the thing. This was supposed to be a game feed, and I couldn't keep my game I couldn't stream. It just kept kicking me off. I need a little Jeopardy song on a loop. I'm trying to figure out, there has to be a way to add music. There is a way to add videos. I've tried to do the ones I want. John's here. What's going on, John? How you doing? Damn it. So yeah, no, that's my whole take. That's my whole take on Medford's. Like it just always happens. What is the difference between N390 and N690? You mean M390 and N690? Vast difference. They are as far apart as you can get. Two completely different steels. You can look up the spec sheets on Z. I can't remember what it is. Z something. There's an app for it where you can look up the differences in the spec sheets. So, Jared just texted me. Am already. This. So yeah, I mean, and M390 is super good. N690 is not a bad steel. As a matter of fact, I was talking about this knife a little bit ago. This knife has been holding up great, and it's an N690. And if Jared's here, which I don't think he is, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate the gift of this. This has been in my pocket for, well, here's the thing. So like Jared sent this to me, and now that it's mine, so you know that like I review knives and then I set an alarm for myself so I can put things in my pocket that I want to carry that I don't necessarily have to. Sometimes there's knives. Sometimes there's knives that I continue to carry, like the TRM Shadow. This is another one of those. This has been in my pocket constantly. And this is one that I have to like put on the shelf so that I can carry the other things that I'm reviewing. Right now, I'm not reviewing anything. Jerry was supposed to send me a box. I'm out of stuff, but I have a stockpile of videos, so there won't be a gap. And I would not say N690 is meh. If you do a good heat treat on it, Elliot has done some knives in N690 that were amazing. I've had some knives come from, does M390 take a polished or toothy edge better? You can do a toothy polished edge on it. It's insane. There's all kinds of different ways to do different steels. But guys, so everybody that's new here, we just got a new paying member, and I can't remember who it was. I think it's Rubicon. Yep, there he is, Rubicon. Rubicon 81 just joined, which means we are 8 people away from triggering the giveaway of the 2 rare cold steel triple action Tontos, which Jim Skelton saw my video and was like, where did you get a triple action? I was like, I don't just have one. It's like, Jim, I got 3. He's like, how did you manage to get 3? And I had to tell him a story. So production N690, it depends on the production house too. Like I'm going to say that Kaiser, the N690 that's in this Grazioso is really good. Elliot's that he had production heat treated, 200 blades for each of those runs, was great. It probably is a little bit better than this, but you're talking a small batch versus bigger batch. But this has held up incredibly well. Then again, I've had some production M390 that was not done very well, and I've had some N690 that was done production that was not done very well. It just depends. The only time I've had bad M390, I can't even remember. N690 is a very good steel for a budget knife. It holds up really well. N690 actually holds up pretty well. It holds up pretty well, especially like Kaiser's using it for some budget knives, which is where it shines. 14C28N is a little bit better of a choice, I think, but I think that for getting a good finish, a really good finish on a knife, N690 lends itself a little bit better to taking. It doesn't have the large, the carbides aren't near as large, and it's more, the N in this N690 is a nitrogen based steel, so it's a little bit more corrosion resistant than some other steels. And yeah, I was just getting ready to say to Dave, the steel wheel gecko that is the N690 CO is great. I wasn't going to run this for very long, and then everybody showed up. There's 51 people here. That's great. How many likes we got? Because I can't see that. Field Grade Bodega. They did a special heat treat on it. I think they did a 2-stage heat treat on the bodegas for the field grade. I joined tonight, but I'm not sure I did it properly. Yep, you did. Hold on a second, guys. Let me go back and look. We may have. Let me go back here. Close that. So you guys that just showed up, you want to see? Somebody asked me what the most difficult knife I ever sharpened was, and I had to tell him, I don't know what, Jerry. I told him he didn't answer. He maybe had to go poop. I gotta go poopies. I sharpened one of these. Most difficult knife I ever sharpened. It was a nightmare. It's horrible. Would I sharpen it again? Yes, because I like a challenge. People are like, has there ever been a knife that you ever shied away from? I didn't shy away from this one, so I'm pretty sure that's the most difficult knife I've ever sharpened. Yeah, I don't want to look at that. Let's go ahead. Pull this up. I want to see my channel dashboard. We're going to look at my live. Ooh, I got more subscribers too. I went up by 2. 2 of you guys just subscribed. Monetization, memberships. I can't show you this because I can't scrub it down. Rubicon, Grateful Panic, Walt. We're at. So I was at. See all. How many is this? We're at 44. share this screen. We are at 44 paying members, guys. Here, let me pull it up for you. Let's see here. Let's share a screen. Stop screen. Share a screen. Share a screen. Come on now, work with me here. You'd think I've been doing this for a little bit. Here we go. We can look and see who all are paying members. Look at that. 44 paying members. Some of these guys have been doing this stuff for 16 months. Alex is in the Middle East, and he still is a paying member. I wish he could. Man, I hope everything goes okay for him over there. You are now CrazySharp. Caress that like button. I don't want you to caress it. I want you to kick it in the dick. Go kick it or give it the dislike. I don't care. Throw a dislike at me. I don't care. What was this? What are we talking about? What did I miss? Yeah, so if you look, we're 44 paying members. I can see Grateful Panic. I should put that up there. Where'd it go? Oh, it's too far up. Nope, there it is. There you go, John. Once you get to 1,000. Oh, Jesus, I'm so sorry. What? You guys want to hear something embarrassing? So 52 watching, we need more likes. Yeah, I was going to tell you guys, that's one of the biggest things that happens. I get a lot of views, but I don't get likes. If you don't like it, just do a downvote. Like, that's fine. I'm good with a downvote even. But those interactions are every bit as important as the views. The only thing that helps more is shares. Salvation Army Bell. I'm planning on, here's the thing. I want to get enough. Like, this will be something like when we reach a certain point. Holy crap, EDC. I'm going to pound on this until it's all beat up, and then I'll do it as a giveaway. I'll just give it away as like a thank you very much, Ian. Let's go ahead and go back and look again at my channel monetization and see what it says. Let me refresh it. Let me refresh it. Let me refresh it. There we go. See all. 45. Holy cow. We're 5 away from triggering the giveaway of the, make it 45 now. I just wanted to look it up and see. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind, the monthly giveaways that I'm doing for the members are for the premium and baseline tier members. The just looking only gets you early access to videos, which is fine. Like, if that's guys what you guys want to do, I just want you to keep in mind that that's what's going on. I have something that I got, and I was saying earlier that we're going to probably do this as a giveaway as well. How do you become a paying member? There's a link in the description of most of my videos. If not, it's on the, I believe is it in the description of this video? It says to join, follow this link or something like that. At any rate, I got a full ceramic bladed folder, titanium and ceramic. And I got this because I've seen these for years and I wanted to try one. And since I have the memberships, I was like, may as well just do it. So I got it. And it is ridiculous sharp. It doesn't feel like it, but when you're actually cutting things, it's ridiculous. And I'm just never going to be able to carry this because, Ian G, did you membership twice? Or did you change your membership? What? I'm confused. I'm very confused at the moment. I'm very confused. So this is a Boker Plus. Now, I do know for a fact that Boker's not making these blades. I think that the Zurichi plant in Japan is making the blades for them and then just putting them in the handles. Nice. So The only thing I'm concerned about is I have a lot of nerve damage in my right arm. I've had like 4 shoulder surgeries. I've had this shoulder. I don't have a collarbone anymore. They cut my collarbone off. And I have a lot of nerve damage from having it rebuilt and having my bicep reattached. I drop things. I know for a fact if I keep this for too long, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to shatter that blade just like glass. So the plan is I'm going to do some stuff with this. I'm probably not going to carry it. It lives in its little case here. And so I'm going to use it for a little bit so I can do a review of it. And then I'm going to give this away. So it's not a bad little knife. It's tip down carry, and I'm not a fan of that. But this is one of their more premium knives. So this is going to be part of a giveaway. I bought it with money that was paid to the channel. And so it goes on the giveaway thing. So that here in the next couple months will be a giveaway. I plan on doing one every month. When we hit 100 paying members, I'm going to buy something special. I'll buy something special. I can't guarantee it's going to be brand new. I have an idea of what I want to get. Oh, that thing is light, so light. I had it in my pocket. You can't tell it's there. I won't drop your knife. It's because it's small and thin. That's why I'm pretty sure I'm going to drop it. How do you sharpen a ceramic blade? Well, for most people, you don't. You send it back to Boker. So here's the thing. Whoever wins that knife, my request is that you allow me to try to sharpen it when it gets dull, because I have got all kinds of stones, diamond stones, things like that. It's give away one of those hats for 100. God damn it, Ian. I have spares of these because I'm always afraid I'm not going to be able to find another one. Hey, Shop Cat. Where'd you go? There you are, buddy. Come here. Holy crap. Shane Gables, paying member, new member. You guys are awesome. This is great. Come here, buddy. Come here. Yeah. Oh, come here. Oh, there you are. Say hi to Lindy Lou. Or Aiden. Yeah, there you go. You're such a good boy. Such a sweet boy. I'll pull you up in a second. I got a cat in my arms. Hi. Hi. Yeah, you slept with my wife on the couch. My wife hasn't been feeling good, and she knew I was sick. And so she slept on the couch, and the cat slept with her. There you go, bud. You sit in the chair. Get the chair all to yourself. All right. Sorry about that, Aiden. Shop Cat takes precedence. Yeah, I don't even think he's Shop Cat anymore. This has been fun. I'm glad we did this. This is actually better, I think, than the game feed. Yeah, there is something wrong with my Wi-Fi. I just noticed the connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging. I cannot. My router is all the way upstairs. So let's look at this again and go here. You guys can't look at that. I can't show you that. See all. I'm not supposed to show you all that, but you know, hey. Let's refresh that so you guys can see. Ah, damn it. See all? 46 down here at the bottom. Look at that. Rubicon, Shane, all you guys. That's cool. Baseline, premium, just looking. Just looking is fun too. Like I know I have a lot of the folks that do the just looking and they're really happy. What game was I planning on playing? I was actually playing Kingdoms of Amalur. Oh, I can take that out. I can remove that. And I just couldn't keep a stable connection. Shop Cat. What was that? Was that the cat? That's the cat that just like showed up one day and walked in the garage, and I was sitting in my chair and like came up and rubbed up against me and looked at me and then hopped up in my lap. And I was like, what the fuck? And just decided that he lives here. 4 more to trigger the giveaway. Those are rare too. I was not expecting that tonight, guys. That's fun. Jared, if he will ever bring his dead ass in here. What was this? Oh, I sent my friend something here. So you guys, I'll probably put a link to it in the comments in the community tab. A friend of mine sent me a link to a YouTube video, and it was Norm Macdonald, because Norm Macdonald just passed away. And one of my favorite moments, yeah, seems logical. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. One of my favorite moments in TV was Norm Macdonald got fired from Saturday Night Live. A year and a half later, they had him come back as the host, and he roasted the fuck out of them in his monologue. Just flamed them, and they didn't know it was coming because they had him write a monologue, and he submitted it, and then he wrote a whole different one that he did. So he had not the whole story, from what I understand, was they didn't know he was going to do it, but it was live and they couldn't cut the feed. And so what happened was he submitted his monologue that he wrote, and they're like, yeah, no, that's fine. And then rehearsed that monologue while he was also rehearsing a second monologue that he actually was going to use. I didn't say I hated him. I said I hate his new comedy. Like, he used to be funny. He stopped being so funny. Like, he did some things, but like he kind of just got like it just wasn't as funny. Like, and I mean, it happens with a lot of stuff. So, but that was the best. And it was, I mean, that was funny, but there's a lot of the stuff he did that just wasn't funny. Why did you leave? You have the whole love seat. I haven't watched, guys, I don't watch TV. I'm not going to lie to you. Turd Ferguson. That was funny. Speaking of turds, now there's 52 people here. I told Jared about this. Guys, I'm sorry. If you guys are going to see some videos that I filmed when I was sick. So basically, today is the first time I've eaten. Today was the first time I've eaten since Monday, because everything I ate came out in an explosive fashion from the back end. I had explosive diarrhea. And I told Jared, I was like, there's phrases that as a human and as an adult, you don't want to hear yourself say. And you definitely want to think to yourself, man, it's been a long time since I said this. And one of those things for me was on Tuesday, yesterday, I heard myself utter the words, I just shit my pants. Because I couldn't make it from here through that door, the 10 steps it takes to go to the toilet. And I'm like, shit. Literally. It was a shitty situation. Yes. I love George Carlin. George Carlin was hilarious. Oh, Beep Hedge. Everybody's like, yeah. Pardon. My all-time favorite comedian was, and still is, old Eddie Murphy. First you say it, then you do it. In my case, first I did it, then I said it. Are you coming back? What is up with you? He's just back in and out. He's in and out. In and out. No. Aww. I was on the phone with my wife when it happened. I was supposed to be taking my daughter to the ice rink. That's a good. I have all of the Gallagher. Like, I have every Gallagher special. Andrew Dice Clay. I didn't think he was that funny. Sam Kinison was fucking hilarious. But Eddie Murphy, Raw and Delirious. Those were great. Some of the old Bill Cosby stuff was hilarious. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like, oh, I'm not gonna say he's funny anymore because he did that. I don't give a shit. Bill Cosby was fucking funny. Bill Cosby was hilarious. And if that's the way cancel culture goes, I don't give a shit what he did. That doesn't make him any less funny in the past. It makes him a piece of shit, but it doesn't make him less funny. Mitch Hedberg. I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to as well. Gallagher. Yeah, he was awesome. I can't remember. It was Raw or Delirious. I don't remember which one it was, but Eddie Murphy told the joke about a bear and a rabbit go take a shit in the woods. And the bear looks at the rabbit and says, you have problems with shit sticking to your fur. So I can't remember which, but that's the joke. So my wife and I were watching that on VHS because we're old. And so we were watching that on VHS and like, it's going fast. It's got Japanese subtitles. And my wife's like, I don't get it. And she was like, she had me stop and rewind it, stop and rewind it. Because Eddie Murphy talks so fast. This is a bear and a rabbit taking shit in the woods. Bear looks over at the rabbit, says, you got problems sticking with shit sticking to your fur? The rabbit said no. So the bear wiped his ass with the rabbit. She must have had me rewind that joke like 6 times. And then finally, I just saw her go, and she laughed so hard that she couldn't breathe. I thought she was going to throw up. I thought she was going to pass out. And for the first 6 years, we were dating then. We weren't even married yet. For the first 6 years of our marriage, all I had to do to make my wife laugh was look at her and go, bear and a rabbit are taking a shit in the woods. You didn't even have to finish the joke. Nathan's here. When did Nathan get here? Hey, Nathan. Sorry, I missed it. I mean, it was one of those, now we just don't even talk to each other. We've been married for almost 20 years. If you've been married for 20 years, the best thing you can do is stay the fuck away from each other. Richard Pryor was, I did not find Richard Pryor as funny as a stand-up comedian as he was an actor, which is the opposite of Chris Rock. Chris Rock is hilarious doing stand-up, but as an actor, I didn't find him all that funny. Now, I'll tell you who is good at both, and that's Dave Chappelle. Let me tell you a story. Tino, guy was in the live feed with in the after show like last week when we had Nick Shabazz on. We went to his parents' house. His parents grow the devil lettuce. And so we were up there and we were hanging out. It was Blade Show. It was California Custom Show. So we're hanging out. We stayed at their house. And so we were watching, like we were sitting out and we had went to the smoking room where all the glass saxophones are. And like they have a room full of it. And so me and Tino and his dad got into the jazz cabbage, and I got to the point where I was just not functional. Like I'm just sitting there, and Tino turned and looked at me. He goes, how elevated are you right now? I was like, oh, I'm not low. And he goes, perfect. And put on Dave Chappelle. And I think it's Sticks and Stones where he's talking about, like he comes out and he's singing Prince, and I'd already seen it. And so I knew the punchline for the first joke, which does not come for like the first 10 minutes. And I started laughing the whole time. Like I couldn't even breathe. And we watched that whole thing, and Nico wasn't even watching the Dave Chappelle special. He was watching me. It was funnier watching me watch that show. Bill Burr's funny, but he's just too angry. It's like, so Bill Burr is like watching Bill Burr is like watching what goes on in my head, which is unpleasant to me. Titus was funny. The TV show was amazing. I loved that show. Yeah, I had a bunch of Bill Cosby tapes, cassettes. Ralphie May was funny, but I didn't find Ralphie May. Hang on, I want to turn one of those off. God damn it, cat. In or out? Oh, yeah, I didn't find Ralphie May as funny as Christopher Titus was hilarious. The TV show, yeah. So watching Titus was like watching someone that grew up with me. It was like somebody that grew up the way I did. I had an alcoholic mother. I had a white collar mechanic for a father that was like, he was just rough and tumble. And it was literally like watching that TV show Titus was like watching my childhood on TV. It really was. In fact, my dad let me take a TV apart one time. And like he was laying on the couch. He had his head down like this, a hat down. He was laying on the couch, and we had a TV. We had one of the old floor model tube type TVs, the big Magnavox that looked like a piece of furniture, and you used it as like it basically was like a table. It was like a nook table, like for knickknacks at the one corner of the room. And I grabbed a screwdriver and I took the back off of it. It was unplugged. My dad is like, he like tips his hat up like this. He goes, "Careful, watch out for that cap in there." And I didn't know what he was talking about. He was talking about a capacitor. And I apparently hit the the capacitor with the screwdriver, and it blew me across the living room. And my dad goes like this, "Fucking told you." That's how I grew up. Hang on a second. I gotta let the cat in. I'm gonna go see Mama. Why do you purr loud? Well, she's in there. You don't see her. So officially, Shop Cat lives in our house. Cat Williams was funny. I got a black box next to my name now. Oh, see? Snuzz, did you get my email about where'd it go? That's the Tanto. Did you get my email about this? I don't want to send you an invoice because then we're limited on what we can do. And then I have to submit tax forms when purchases are done like that. That's exactly what it was. So the first time I saw the TV show Titus, and he was like, "Bet you're not going to do that again." I was like, "Oh, apparently my father had a second family." Great for panic knife reviews. Eddie Griffin's. Do you know what I watched the other night that just made me laugh, and I hadn't seen it forever? I watched Deuce Bigalow, both of them. I watched both the Deuce Bigelows. Burt Kreischer's funny. Somebody said Tom Segura. I have to admit, Tom Segura makes me laugh like crazy. And then there's the British dude. I can't think of his name. He had a TV show, but he's done some specials on like, "I'm a giant, Kate." Somebody got to know that one. I can't think of his name. He makes me laugh so hard. Deuce Bigelow is a good time. I want to do Eric. That is, I mean, that right there. I mean, that is epic. Tracy Morgan. I never thought Tracy Morgan was always that funny. Okay, I am so upset with Kevin Smith. Because Kevin Smith, I mean, it's fine. It's fine if you want to ruin your own stuff. Like he went back and he's trying to ruin like all of his old stuff. Like he did the Jay and Silent Bob rebooted. It was shit. Now he's getting ready to do another one where he's rebooting Clerks, and I'm like, that's gonna be garbage. And he's pretty much ruined Masters of the Universe. I watched one episode and I'm like, yeah, I'm not fucking watching this. What upsets me is now he's going and he's ruining things that I enjoyed. Like if you want to ruin your own shit, that's fine, but don't ruin other people's stuff. Let them do it themselves. I like Ron White. Ron White's funny. That's another one. That's like, I'm pretty sure that's one of my cousins. I would love to do like a 2-7 watch party and just put a link up and everybody can come and watch, but they have to purchase the movie that I'm watching, which is I want to watch the Wild Wonderful Whites of West Virginia because I'm pretty sure that I'm related to those people, and it's like watching a family. It's like going to a family reunion without the airplane. My beard just will not grow as fast as I want it to. I want it to grow so much faster. Oh, wait. Good old tater salad. Jeff Foxworthy. I never thought Jeff Foxworthy was as funny as the other Bill Engvall. Bill Engvall, I thought he was way funnier than Jeff Foxworthy. And the fact was that like Bill Engvall got famous because of Jeff Foxworthy, because Jeff Foxworthy was so much more famous than Jeff Foxworthy was so much more famous than Bill Engvall. And I was like, how is that even possible? That's like here. Like Jared has so many more subscribers than me, and I'm so much better at this. Just kidding. Jared, just kidding. I don't know where you're at. That was meant for him, but he's not here. So Kira's like, no, you're going to go play fucking video games with me, and you're going to do it now. And his answer to that was like, yes, ma'am. Because he's smart. You can be right, or you can be happy, but you sure as hell can't be both. I didn't care for Jack Foxworthy either, or Larry the Cable. Larry the Cable Guy was fucking hilarious. Ron White, Bill Engvall and Ron White, definitely. Yeah, you're right. God damn it. They definitely were the stellar parts. The Kings of Comedy, the original Kings of Comedy. Oh my God. First time I watched that, I thought I was going to die. Cedric the Entertainer, all those guys. It was hilarious. Mike, yeah, I mean, it's true. I can't lie. He's like me as an attractive wife. It makes sense. Like I would, if my wife didn't, if I wasn't pretty sure that my wife was going through fucking menopause and ready to kill me half the time, I'd be spending time with my wife too. But I live in the garage. I'm not gonna lie. I slept in the garage the other night. She was mad, and I was scared to go back in the house. I'm like, at least out here, I know where my pew is. It's out here with me. I got a better chance. Like, I'll hear her coming. She has to open the door. Like, if we're in bed, all she has to do is roll over. She watches a lot of like Japanese CSI kind of stuff, like the police drama shit. I'm like, it's not a good sign. Because I guarantee she's never thought of my wife. We've been married for 19 years. She's never thought of divorce. She's probably thought of fucking murder, though. Guarantee it. She's married to me. Like I said, out here, I got a fighting chance. I can hear it coming and all that stuff. Burr. Thank you. Glad you think that's funny. Let's talk about knives. Has anyone seen anything cool come out that we haven't talked about lately? Is there anything? Because I don't really get to see much until Jared sends me something. And he said he was going to send me something Friday. And I'm like, I'm running out of content. I'm lying. I'm not running out of content. I've got so much stuff here that I got to do videos about. Backlog. I've been doing 2 videos a day. I found 4 videos that I put in the wrong folder. And so they're going to kind of come, like, I'm going to try and sprinkle in some newer stuff, but it's two of the knives that Jared sent me. I was like, there should be more videos up. And what had happened was I had put them in a different folder. I put the source videos in and deleted them off my phone and deleted all the stuff. And I was like, where's the videos about those knives? I never edited them. They were in a source. They were in the movie source files under a folder with the name. And I never actually edited them together. So it was the, which one was it? It was the Kaiser Justice and the Kaiser Convict. I never edited those videos. So you guys are going to see them. I put a little disclaimer at the beginning of it. Saying it's like, I know they're going to kind of come like rapid, first impressions, final review. But literally those videos were filmed weeks ago. So, oh, wow. So that's why Greg's so upset. He has production room for 2 other companies' stuff. the Sakashi, there's a lot of people have been saying that that's a knockoff of the Ferrum Forge Stinger, and it's not. It's just there's so many. Like you could say the same thing about like the drop point version of my knife. It's just the design cues. We're at the point now where unless you make something like Gavco did, it's just you're not gonna come up with something new. There's only so many knives out there. Unless you come up with a new locking mechanism or something, which even the new locking mechanisms, except for, well, Grant and Gavin Hawk, like the Hawk lock stuff, that stuff's insane. That stuff's nuts. That's innovative, but it's not real functional. Like I have a knife here that I'm going to give you guys. Hang on a second, let me find it. I've got it set here for you guys as a giveaway. I got to find it real quick. It is, I have two of them. I have two unique locks. These are going to be knives that I give away to you guys. They're kind of rare. They didn't make them for very long. But the fact is, like when somebody comes up with a new design, a lot of times it's not that functional. Like that's kind of cool. But then when you get ready to close it, like there is no, like opening it, you can do it one-handed. Sort of. So that's that roll lock from CRKT. And that's going to be a giveaway. They only made these for a little while. I enjoy giving away some of this cool stuff. And then I have the snap lock, the Vanoy snap lock. So this was another like unique. So what you had to do is you had to push on that and then you slid that out and then open up sideways. So the fact is, though, that the problem with a lot of these are, unless you come up with a new lock, you're not really bringing anything new to the table. And a lot of times the new locks aren't that great. And the fact is, like everybody was over the moon with the Scorpion lock, Triad lock, and the Shark lock. Well, the fact is, those are just variations on already existing lock mechanisms. He just made them better. Those aren't new locks. What were we talking about? Are we bashing on Medford again? Medford's going to be doing an OTF. Great. That is it going to be built so that in case you need a jack stand that you can use it? Because like I don't know. I get upset when like he's welcome to not want to go do stuff overseas. But you don't get to shit on somebody that does. You don't get to shit on other knife enthusiasts. I think Jared said it. I heard him talking about it as I was leaving the thing. Every one of the people that I've talked to that works for Chinese knife company love knives. That's their whole thing. They work there because they love knives. They're not doing it because the government told them they had to work there. They're doing it because they want to. They love knives. They're knife enthusiasts, just like all of us. They just happen to be Chinese. So, you know, to shit on those people for doing a better job of it than he's doing, fuck you, Greg. Sorry. Eat a fat dick. That's little dick energy right there. That's some small wiener energy. What's this? I don't like people are like, oh man, I can't believe you had your knives made overseas. I was like, I can't believe that you want me to try and bring to market a knife at $350 that's not worth it. I can look at where to put it. See, I can objectively and honestly look at things that I do. That is not a $300 knife. It's not. It's good design. It's great. You know why it's great? It's like $50. Get one, you use it, something happens to it, you get another one. Buy 2 or 3 of them, put one in your car, one in your boat, one in your fucking backpack. They're great. Got one at your desk, you put it on your belt, you used it around the office, you cut open boxes and things like that. It's great. But if I was to make this stateside the cheapest, I've already looked at it. I've already looked into it. For me to make that knife stateside, I would have to sell those. I would have to do it OEM. I would have to do some of the work myself. Here, I'd have to probably do the grinding and things. And still, even then, those knives have to be about $200 or $300 each. The knife's not worth it. Like the custom ones that I made, they're definitely different. They're special. Each one's different and things like that. But that's not $300. That's $60 on the outside. That's the most I would pay for something like that. And I'm the designer. So that should tell you. Like, no, I mean the other one I had done, higher, no such thing. Who's what? What are we talking about? Somnion. No, I'm not bashing. I'm just saying it's just, I don't think it's fair. And it just irritates me that like people, he gets a following for that. For all intents for Greg Megford could see this video be a complete dick copyright claim for takedown because you mentioned his name. No, he can't. He can't do that. I've had other people say things like that. The only thing he could do would maybe do a privacy claim. And I didn't mention anything about where his business is or any of those things. It's not a copyright claim. His name's not copyrighted. I've already went through this once with YouTube. I just don't think he 1000% can't. I don't believe he can. I don't think his name is a copyright. So, I mean, we can agree to disagree. And I know you like his knife, and that's fine. I've seen some of his knives. They're cool. He makes great knives. It's a little bit. I think it's just a little bit over the top. Still a false claim. You can. Yeah, I would fight it. That was one. I don't care how much it would cost. I would go to court for it. And in the end, I probably would end up owning a company. Casper's here. Where have you been, Casper? I don't even see him here. Where'd he go? Hey, there you are. How you been, man? I haven't seen you around much. Hello. Back to what I was going to tell you guys. So I have something new that came in. This is the Kpl Ultra Light, and I'm trying it out in my OTFs. I'm trying this out in the OTFs. This is a 5. So the original Kpl is, I think it's a 10. I think it's a 10 weight. It's not listed on it. Oh, so this is a gel. This is a Kpl heavy, and it's for detents. This is the original Kpl, and it's for most bearing knives and things like that. And this is the Kpl Ultra Light, which is 5 weight. Yeah, definitely perfect. Now, I'm going to tell you what. I told Ryan. Hello, everyone. I think it's 15 or 17. Yeah, I think you're right. This is 5 weight. Now I told him, I told Ryan when he sent it to me, I was like, I'm not going to like endorse it yet, because the problem is I had some lightweight, God, I got something in my eye. I had some lightweight nano oil that I used on the, I had some lightweight nano oil that I used on my Microtech Ultratech, and it was fine for a few days. And then it started gumming up. And the longer it went, the more it gummed up and things like that. So the thing is with Rem oil is like a dry lubricant, and it doesn't gum up. So it basically evaporates off, and you have to reapply it. But this I put on my Ultratech. Now the nice thing is with Ultratech, it's really easy to clean out. You just get some spray solvent, and you take the the glass breaker off the back and just spray it down through. And then you just re-oil it. And then that's the easiest way to do it. So it's not like I have to take the knife apart to get it all out, but I've put it on and it seems to be, hang on a second, let me grab it. It seems to me that the action definitely improved. I put it on both my, Ultratechs, my UTX 85 and my full size one. And it definitely improved the action. Like you can hear it snaps so hard now, and it didn't do that before. This one, I think I need to clean it. Oh no, I guess sitting in there, oh, it has worked its way around. That's so much better. It had gotten kind of gritty and dirty, and I was going to have to clean it out. And the easiest way to clean these, give you a piece of advice. You take off the glass breaker, and then you just spray solvent, like the jet spray gum out brake cleaner is great. Or if you get some gun scrubber, it's basically the same thing. You spray it down through. And well, no, I'm just saying, like the action's way snappier than it was, but I can't guarantee it's going to stay that way because that's the way it was. Ooh, I dropped something. That's the way it was with the not the Kpl, the nano oil 5-weight, the really lightweight nano oil. I put it on and it did the same thing for a little bit and then it gummed up. So button lock has its own shelf. It's above eye level. Josh Worth, what was the I posted prototype pic on IG. I'm in if it drops. What we're talking. New Ferrum forged knife. I don't know if they have a name for it. That's that one that Artisan Russell put it up. That's that one that Artisan is doing. The prototype should be hitting soon. So, but what I was saying was, so he sent me this. And then, yeah, I don't want it to contaminate anything else. And then I have 2 other bottles, 2 brand new bottles. Those are my bottles. I have 2. Oh, here they are. I'm going to do this as a giveaway, probably a flash giveaway sometime here in the next month or so. I'm gonna do this. So this is the Kpl Heavy and the Kpl Original. I'm gonna give these away. What was this? The biggest problem I see with American production is half the price is because the name of the company, Spyderco, being said. Yeah, and I mean they still do offshore stuff anyway. The big one that I had a problem with, Millet. The Millet Torrents were super expensive, and everybody's like, "Oh, you should get your stuff made by Millet." And everything I saw, I never liked any of them. The Millet Torrent the Millet Torrent wasn't good. Like it was really, I never had one that wasn't off center. I never had one I didn't have to play with a lot when I disassembled it and put it back together and stuff. I just wasn't impressed with them. And everybody's like, "Oh, you should get your knives made by Millet." And I was like, I talked to them. They wanted to charge me just for prototyping. And I'm like, no, I want to license the design to you. You guys can do everything you want with it. And they're like, still, we have to, we still have to charge you for prototyping. I'm like, but I'm licensing you the design. Like, I just want to see it. Like, I don't even have to keep it. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not down with that. So how is this? Can't speak for Riat. Never had one or handled one. Riat does some of the best work out there. One of my favorite knives is a Riat. I think the knife that I've said it numerous times is probably the best production knife I've ever owned is my Riat Horizon D. What's this? Sorry, I got another text. Josh wants to send me a message. See blurred image. What did you send me? Tap to see image. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. That's the one, Josh. That's the one we were talking about. Somebody else sent me another. How much would it be a mirror edge on 12-inch cold steel magnet? We're going to set that one aside. How much the Guardian Tactical OTFs? The Guardian Tacticals, they hang on. I mean, we have Guardian Tactical OTF. I hope these aren't the ones I was thinking. My buddy sent me pictures of these. Guardian Tactical OTFs for $239 on I will show you right now. They're about $239, $240. Share a screen. We can bring that up here. You can see. I've never gotten to handle one. They don't seem to be too bad. I mean, and the thing is, they're not knockoffs. Like the knife that my buddy sent me, he sent me pictures of one. He goes, "Hey, what about these? Like somebody sent me this. And they're like these $80 knives." And I was like, I wouldn't buy them. It looks like straight up knockoffs. And they're like, "Well, what do you mean?" And I was like, so I zoomed in on the picture and I sent him a screenshot of me zooming in on the picture. And guys, it's done it again. Don't go anywhere. I have to exit and come back in because my comment stuff is frozen. Hang on. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. It freezes up every once in a while and it won't let me interact with the comments. I don't know. I haven't got to see one. I do know that when I was at USN, Hogue had some OTFs that were up. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like we were talking about OTF. I think personally that the Microtech stuff is about the best out there for the OTFs. I honestly do. I can't argue as far as like the quality, but well, I mean, I kind of group those together because it's still a Marfione. Tony Jr. His actions are great too. They're softer. They have a different feel, but how do we not have 40 likes? I had like 60 people in here at one point. I have to say that Hogue OTF that I got to handle, I'm like, all right, they were coming up on that. What do you think about what do you guys think about the OTF company Chris just opened? On Grady's gear. I don't know what we're talking about. Let's talk about who left? Who left and is coming back? I don't know who we're talking about. Who are we going to talk shit on? Me? I'm not going anywhere. Oh, yeah, it's too fast. I came back too quick, huh? I see. You left and came back. I got you. I see. I have one more cold beer. I'm going to go grab it. I'll be right back. We got 15 minutes left. I don't want to run this more in a couple hours, really, to tell you the truth, but we'll see. Okay, go. Snuzz, you didn't answer me. I didn't see it. Did you get the email I sent you about just let's just do it friends and family? That way I don't have to pay taxes on that shit. It's like cash. And cash is king. So let's talk shit about him now. But I'm back. You guys are too slow. My kitchen's real close. I love this knife. I have to say, I think this is still one of my all-time favorite knives. I have to shoot a 5 fast probably tomorrow for Friday next week. It's just it's so awesome. I mean, it's just on top of everything. It's so comfortable. You can't have that. This is a one of a kind. I used this so much that skate tape, the grip tape from the skater's tape that was in here, the grip tape, it all came off. That's how much carry time this knife got. And from day one, it has been hazardously smooth. What is it, Mike? That's that space knife. This is a Microtech. Microtech DOC manual, serial number 2126. Made in the USA in February 2015. I just told you. To 2015. Yeah. This thing is stupid sharp. How did I color the blade? I used a marker. My daughter and I sat down with some crayons and markers, and we just colored. I used the nano ceramic coating, and this knife gets carried a lot, so that tell you how. Well, thank you, Maurice. The blade did not come like that. That blade absolutely did not come like that. I did that. I did the ceramic on that, the backspacer, that's two-tone black and red. If you were to look, there's black down in here and red on the points. And I did that nano ceramic coating on that. That's the difference. That's the difference between Cerakote that a lot of people use and that nano ceramic that Cerberus Knives uses, Elliott uses, I use. You can coat something like that and not have it cover. That's how thin that ceramic coating is. And that's been coated for several years now. And it wears like it's ceramic. It's a true ceramic. It's not like Cerakote. Cerakote is not good for knives. It really isn't. I don't care. They're like, oh, there's different kinds. I don't care. I've never seen one that is good. I've got other stuff that I did ceramic coating on. You need a show scale for your DOC. You need to get a hold of Microtech and see if they can get you one. Mine still falls under warranty. I used to. I don't have a way to do it anymore. I don't have access to any of the stuff that I would use. I can't. Guys, here's the thing. I can't do anything right now. Like I love Elliott and all that. Ian, you got to go find a video. I did a video about doing it. I'm not going to try and walk through the process. It's a lengthy process. It's electrically applied and then baked on. It's like electroplating. It's a liquid, not a spray. So I just don't have access to shop. Elliott is so busy right now. I don't have a way to get to his shop to do anything. I can't even anodize stuff for Beardo. And it's not his fault. Elliott has a life and he's no longer got a shop. Like before I had a key to the shop. I don't have that anymore. That's Elliot's house now. The shop is Elliot's house. I don't have a key to Elliot's house. But I did a video, Ian. I did a whole video where I coded the blades and all that stuff. What was this? What are we talking about? Here's the thing. Their warranty sounds really strict, but if you talk to them, they'll probably hook you up. I can't. Here's the thing. Like everybody's like, oh, you could set it up in your garage. Yeah, I could. If I had the several $1,000s that it would take to set up what I need to do those things. And I don't. That's what I was talking about. I don't have that kind of money. And to tell you the truth, I just, I can't just say, hey, Elliot, I need to come up to your house. I had a key to the shop. I just went there any day I needed to do work. I just let myself in. Mr. Maurice Clemens, thank you very much. It's been great. Community get the house shop. No, I mean, I'm not upset. I mean, it's his life, and I understand it. Like his business has changed gears. He does so much more production stuff now. It's not like he's doing a lot of the stuff in the shop that he was doing before. Oh, that whole thing. Did he ever get back with you on any of that stuff? We'll talk about that in another one. I'd have to be quite lubricated. I would have to be drunk for that one. Some people call me a space cowboy. Maurice, you guys got it. You guys knew. You guys knew what I meant. That's what I figured. Like so he was supposed to come out here. Like I took time off work. Yep, there it goes. Guys, mods, get on it. We got to block this. It's going to keep going. Put user in timeout. Was all over it. Yeah, I was doing it too. Somnium was all over it. On point. I fucking hate that shit, man. People don't like me. I'm fine with it. Hot girls, where? People don't like me. They try and do that stuff because they know that like if you have enough stuff that shows up, they can take your live feed down, and then you get problems with your channels not meeting staying within terms of service. So I have no problem with people disliking me. So I'll tell you right now, at one point, a buddy of mine, we worked at the base, and I worked at the ordnance facility, and I worked in the reno shop. So we were renovating bombs and things like that. And so my buddy shows up and he told me, he's like, hey, Mike. I was like, what's up, Danny? He goes, bro, I was over on base. I ate lunch. I was like, yeah, what's up? He goes, he's like, there's this guy over on base. He told me who it was, and he was like, yeah, he's like, this dude like wants to kill you. I was like, what? And he's like, this motherfucker wouldn't stop for you in a crosswalk. He wouldn't even slow down. I'm like, well, put his name on a list. He goes, what? And I was like, there's a whole list of motherfuckers that just would kill me if they had half a chance. They would hit me with their car. Okay, so Ian, the thing with me is you either like me or you don't. There's no like, I kind of like Mike. No, either you like me or you don't. There's no happy medium. And the truth of it is, I don't care. There you go. Life is not a popularity contest. Really isn't. Now, I enjoy the fact that I have subscribers and I have followers. I never figured, let's check my analytics real quick. I want to see something. Just out of curiosity. Wow. So I went way up on subscribers tonight. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Live view count. So I had a big jump from in the last day. I got 72 subscribers. So you could be a great guy and still have people not like you. I got news for you. A lot of people don't like me. It just happens. I got one of those personalities that like, yeah, not everybody likes me. And I've got one of those personalities where I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking care. No, I was looking at my subscribers. I went up like 30 subscribers in the last day or so. I realized a long time ago that I just don't like, if you live your life to try and make other people happy, you're a slave to it. And so I say what I want to say. I do what I want to do. People are like, I live my life the way I want to live my life. And if you don't like it, that bag of dicks you've been saving, you can eat them. Now I want to watch Step Brothers tonight. What was this? It's because you can't do nods anymore. People are upset. Mike is an acquired taste. I grow on you like fungus. It's just not everybody likes me, but it ain't my problem. There you go. I told a dude one time I came in and, I'm not a little guy. And I was like, I was working out a lot of time. I was active duty. And I came in my civilian clothes because I got called in because something had happened. And I was wearing a pink shirt. And I walked through and this kid's like, nice pink shirt. And I was like, come here for a second. And he's like, oh shit. And I was like, this isn't even a rank thing because I outrank you. I just looked at him and I was like, you are like 5'9", 180 pounds max. I was like, I'm 6'3", 225 pounds. I was like, bench, like my workout weight's 375 for bench. And I've taken martial arts since I was like 6 years old. And I used to bar fight as a hobby. So if there's a problem with the color of my shirt, I'm pretty sure it's your problem, not mine. And he goes, I got you. He just went and sat back down. I was like, it's a good choice. You should probably just keep your mouth shut before I pull your tongue out with a pair of pliers. And I don't have a problem. I don't care. I'm wearing socks and sandals right now. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck what I look like. Trying to make everyone around you feel good about themselves. Never done that. Never done that on this channel. It's not a joke. That was my idea of a good evening. Like, hey, let's go out and get a fight. It's not a joke. I have been in more bar fights than any 3 people should. The reason I don't shave my head completely is there's way too many scars on my head. Why don't I work out anymore? I've got a lot of joint stuff going on, Monster. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fat piece of shit right now. I can do some cardio, but I've been having problems with that. I have an autoimmune disorder. They took me off my meds and they got me into a clinical trial, and it didn't help. And I got so much inflammation. I gained so much weight. And the original meds that I was on, I'm back on them, but it takes literally months to get where I'm getting the relief that, like, I couldn't lift weights right now. I wake up in the morning, everything hurts. My shoulders hurt. My back hurts, my knees hurt. My autoimmune disorder affects my joints, predominantly my lower spine and shoulders. And so that's where it, like my back and shoulder area is where it really is all screwed up. And I just like the inflammation that I'm having, and it hasn't gotten back in check yet. We're pretty sure I'm going to wind up having to go from, instead of every 2 weeks on my meds, I'm going to have to go back to once a week to get a what they call a serum level. And so once that happens, but like I didn't do anything yesterday, and I woke up this morning and my shoulders hurt so bad. I was like I got the milk out for the kid because it was in the back, and I'm getting the milk out of the refrigerator. I'm like, good God, why is that hurt? Night, Shane. Shane Gables. Is that like Anne of Green Gables? Do you guys remember? I'm old. I remember that was on PBS when I was a kid. My dad and mom loved that show. It was like every like Saturday or some shit. He's like, yeah. I was like, what is this? Why are we watching this? I'm like, oh, it's Anne of Green Gables. It's a series. And that was back in the day. I don't think we could even record shit back then. I don't remember if we had a VCR then. I do remember the first movie I watched on a VHS tape was The Last Flight of Noah's Ark. It was a Disney movie where the plane crashed, and then they get all the animals and they turn the crashed airplane into a boat. That was the first movie I ever watched on VHS. And the first thing we ever recorded and had was Star Wars was on TV, and my dad recorded it, and he had the little the remote had a cord. It plugged into the back of the TV like a speaker wire, and the remote had a cord, and my dad skipped the cartoon or commercials for us. And we watched that tape for years. My sister and I were talking about it the other day. We had a VHS copy of what was it? Batman. My mom bought that for us. She's like, would they ever watch a movie more than once? Does it make sense to spend like $30 or $40? But it was like $40 for a VHS back then. She bought us that, and she bought us Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner. And we watched those. Like, we literally we watched a copy of Batman. Now, I mean, this was the one that Michael Keaton played Batman. We watched that until we wore it out. We ruined it. Like it wouldn't play anymore. We had worn it out. I vaguely remember them showing videos. I think it was science class in the 90s on PBS. Yeah, there was all kinds of science shows. Like if I was homesick, I mean, that was the channel that always came in. Like I grew up we had like more than 3 channels, but 4. We technically only had 3. You had ABC, CBS, NBC, and PBS. That's what you had. I lived out in the country. We had an antenna. Sis has been busy, and my sis has crippling agoraphobia, and she's married, but she's like the crazy cat lady. She's got like 3 or 4 cats and a dog, and it's impossible to keep on top of. Yeah, that's the thing. Like you got to remember, she's on the East Coast. She's in the same general vicinity as Somnium. Unfortunately, fortunately for him, he has like free reign of what time he wants to go to work, because he's got like 2 million subscribers. It doesn't matter what time he works. He's going to make money. But yeah, she was doing the morning ones because that's when she's up. Plus, she takes care of my mom. My mom is not healthy, so she's crazy. She has cats. She's the crazy cat lady, and she's not watching, so I'm pretty safe. Later, John. Man, I love this little knife. They knocked it out of the park with this one. I'm sorry. I would love to tell you where to get this, but there aren't any. It is so sharp. Like, that's still a factor is. All I did was hone it. I just touched it up on a ceramic rod and stropped it a little. It's nuts. It's knuckin' futs. So, guys, it's been like 2 hours and 5 minutes. I'm still not feeling great. I'm tired. I'm probably going to go to bed. And I'm still bummed about the fact that I didn't get, because the whole plan was to not do YouTube related YouTube stuff. That was the whole plan of streaming the video game. It was going to be a change of pace, and we could hang out, and I could watch that, and I could play the game, and you guys could hang out. I was going to let you guys make the choices, like because there's a lot of times like, do I kill this guy? Do I let him live? Do I do this? Do I do that? And I was like, I wanted to do all those things, and because it was kind of like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have literally filmed at a minimum 2 videos a day for a while now, because I'm trying to get ahead of the game. I want to be able to have stuff stockpiled so that I can take a break and you guys don't lose out on content. I want you guys to get 5 videos a week. And Cloak and Dagger. That was another one we recorded off of TV that we watched a ton. Anyway, Cloak and Dagger. That was a good one with Elliot from ET. But at any rate, what I was saying was, like, it would have been a nice little break, and we could have done that. But now, I mean, sometimes it's nice to get a little reprieve. This is cool though. I mean, this is cool, but I got a sore spot along my jaw, and I don't know what I did. Yeah, Cloak and Dagger was great. Dabney Coleman was such a good actor in that movie. He played that part really well. And he also was in, if you remember, he was the boss in Dolly Parton and 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton. He was a really, really good actor. I like Dabney Coleman. War Games. Do you guys remember War Games with, what's his name? Ferris Bueller. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. It almost feels like I got hit. I'm afraid I'm getting an abscess along my gum line, because that's what it feels like. Nine to 5 was a good move. I'll tell you something that is on Amazon Prime right now for free. If you have Amazon Prime, Matthew Broderick, thank you. That was a good flick. And that's on YouTube with ads, free with ads. There is a movie that my father loved, and we would rent it on VHS. It never made it to DVD. It's a Willie Nelson movie, and it's The Redheaded Stranger, and it is on Netflix or on Amazon Prime right now. And that is a really good movie. There's another one that is on Amazon, and I own it, both on DVD. My DVD's got a scratch on it, and it skips now. There's a movie called Barbarossa with Gary Busey and Willie Nelson, and Willie Nelson is actually a really, really good fucking actor. He really is. Those are both good cowboy movies. You want to see a good cowboy movie that will surprise you, watch Barbarossa. It's one of my favorite movies ever. Yeah, I know. I said I was only going to do this for a few minutes. What is this? Observing is a case-by-case basis. You can almost tell by the second or third drink. Over-serving is a case by tell by the second or third. Yeah, I know. I didn't intend. Those are both great movies. You want to treat yourself to something you weren't expecting to be good. Watch Barbarossa, and then I would say watch Barbarossa first, because I think that's my favorite of the two. And then watch the Redheaded Stranger. And then go watch Honeysuckle Rose. All 3 of those. Great movies. I didn't like Honeysuckle Rose as much. What are we talking about? War Games was a fantastic flick. I missed something up here. Hey, thank you, Somniome. It's actually, that's not right though. So don't use that because it's capital C, lowercase R-A-Z-Y, capital S, H-A-R-P. So it's capital S, or capital C, capital S. So don't use that code. I don't think it will work. That's not how I set it up. So I didn't watch The Happening. So yeah, guys, I think I'm going to end it. This has been a blast. So many new members. We are so close. So close. Holy crap. I got more subscribers too. So close to, I'll look at it again. Let's see, just to make sure I didn't, because some people might have joined offline that I didn't see. We are at right now 20 baseline members, 17 premium members, and 9 just looking. So that gives us a total of 46 new members. We are four paying members from initiating the giveaway. So close. So yeah, guys, like I said, I'm sorry it wasn't the video game. I was really interested in hoping to do the video game. Do you have a day in mind for the video game live stream? Yeah, today. Josh, today, but I couldn't stay connected. My PlayStation kept kicking me. It kept telling me, it was like, you don't have enough bandwidth for this. I'm like, I did a speed test and it seemed to be working fine. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know what it was. I changed the resolution and stuff like that, but this turned out okay too. I just really wanted to play a video game. So maybe I'll just take a day and play a video game. Maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. Maybe I just won't film anything tomorrow and I'll just play a video. Oh, I have to take my daughter places tomorrow. Yeah, I was going to end it. I was just bummed. I really was looking forward to, that's why I was going to end it. I wanted to play the video game, but guys, it's been like 2 hours and 11 minutes. Well, we're going to end this. I love you guys. Thanks for everything. Like I said, donate so I can afford non-garbage internet. That was the whole thing. That's where that came from. Let me take that banner down. I think I can get rid of that there. So don't forget, I looked at that community tab post I put up where I put up the poll. Are you getting notifications? It's almost 50-50. So half of you guys aren't getting notifications. Half of you guys are. I would say just set an alarm Monday through Friday to remind yourself if you want to get in on the premieres. Like, if you don't have to. I'm just saying, like, if you want to remember that there's a premiere Monday through Friday at 4 p.m., just set an alarm. That's the only way you're going to get a notification is unless I get a phone list and I send out a mass test and I'm like, hey, everyone, it's time. Meet me in the premiere. I can't do that. So, I mean, it could, but I'm not fucking gonna. So yeah, just set yourself a reminder daily. Guys, I'm out of here. Love you all. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.